Start emptying these potatoes out now, the King Edwards and the Sarpo Miras. Hopefully I'll be able to do it in a bit of peace, because Jack's currently just sort of like up on the windowsill at the moment up there, so he might appear, I don't know, see what he wants to do. So we'll have a quick, oh here he is, we'll have a quick look down the garden and go from there. Right, so I think Polytunnel, everything's kind of as it was, I'm just harvesting more. So I've got another pick to do today in there, and then I'll be doing another batch of sauce. The old cane's out as well. Everything's drying down there. I've pulled some of the Apaches off, and I've got them sort of in a tray just drying off. But all my onions, they're not ready for stringing yet. The garlic is ready for stringing, so there'll be a stringing video coming up. I might do it when I do the big carrots, but they're currently just in a tray in there, just finishing off. It's a bit of a mess up here, and it's a bit empty, to be honest. Celery, I've not taken any more celery since I did the last video on the sauce, and that mesure is kind of ready to go to seed, so I need to strip them. Them turnips I'm just going to get rid of because they're not any good. But it's looking a bit bare down here now because all the tops are taken off the King Eddies. Beans, I had plenty of beans off then. So did taste alright, to be honest, as well. So we'll have a look at the Brussels sprouts, because I need to pick some Brussels sprouts, to be honest, because I don't want to start losing them. You can see there's quite a lot of sprouts on them now. So I've not even taken the top off yet, so I need to take the tops off these, use them like a little cabbage. Well, Kane will eat them probably. It's looking a bit of a mess in there. Slugs are damaging stuff. And then this sweet corn, this baby corn, I've not seen any cobs on it yet, none whatsoever. So it's called Snow Baby, it's looking a bit like a no baby, but we'll see what happens. They might just suddenly come, because they're only supposed to be small. And here, the cucumbers sort of started chucking out more cucumbers. Peppers again, doing the usual thing, you know, I picked a few bell peppers off. They're being eaten, but you know, there's another flush of cucumbers going to start. Big carrots, there's going to be a reveal on these, because I've pulled one, which was quite good. I pulled another one, I've shoved it back in, it wasn't as big, but it's still alright. Borlotti beans, not very good, because obviously you think the potatoes were right up, you know, up here, so they hardly got any light. But I'll just leave them be, because I might just take some seeds off them. But yeah, it's looking a bit bare. But plenty of this Mizuna. I've been giving Kane a bit of that. He don't mind it. And some more dwarf French beans. These are starting to produce beans now, I think. Yeah, not big yet or anything, but there's beans on them. Like I said, it's just a gap filler. And you know, it's all a bonus. A little bit of rocket over there, and the one remaining sort of red lettuce. There's another one that's trying to come up there, recover. I have sown some more, but slugs just keep attacking them. So I've put lids on them to try and get them on a bit. Someone's been digging in the pots, so God knows what that is. Probably cats. So I just have to keep my eyes peeled where Jack is, because he might just suddenly appear and land on my head. Chirping away somewhere at the minute. So as I say, we'll do these King Edwards first, so I need to haul all them down the garden, and then I've got to think about stripping the tops off these. These are Sarpo Miras, because a little bit of blight on them, but nothing too bad. But they're just sort of they're dying back now. They're past the best, if you know what I mean. So I'll get them out, get them cleaned and that, and put them in sacks. Had a bit of a tidy up down here. Courgettes have kind of trimmed them up, and they're still going. Pulled a few small ones off. Sweet peas are all down now. It always looks a bit bare when it gets this time of year. But, show you these ceiling, that's leftover kale and stuff from the allotment, a couple more rocket. So under there is like a mixture of lettuces and some more spring greens for Kane. So if they get left alone, then hopefully they'll get planted. These spring onions are looking a bit pasty looking, but I imagine when I get these pots out, I can start cleaning them up and using them. It's just been that sort of weather's been that grim. Not been really having salads, to be honest. Just eating chips all the time. Right, so we'll get on and see how we get on this reveal. I might, I'll probably just do a bit of a reveal and then show the lot at the end. And I might actually, in the actual description, I might put a link for like the full footage of the whole, sort of reveal. Right, so we'll crack on with that. Right, I've got these tubs all down here, so which is quite tiring to lug them all down from the bottom of the garden. So I'll start emptying them out, and hopefully Jack will keep out of the way because I don't want to keep landing on my head. So I think there's 6 30-litre tubs and 6 30-litre tubs, 6 40-litre tubs. So they don't feel very heavy. I can't see any bulging on the sides, but you never know. They were quite blighted when I come to cut the tops off, so we'll just have to see how we get on. So let's get started. I'll probably start from this end actually. I mean, there's no sign of spuds, but there's one. Just a case of splitting it and hope there's a good clump. Not too bad. Not great really for a main crop, but it's all at first tubs, a lot of small ones. But cut the tops off these. Well, it was a little while ago now. Let's see, potatoes. As per usual, I've not brought a bucket to put the ends in, so I can just sort of like get whilst in that tub for now. I'm just hoping there's a reasonable haul. I might actually not do King Edwards next year. I might try Ola in tubs. I've never grown Ola in tubs. That was one of the big tubs, that. I've had real issues like watering as well, to be honest. This year it's been a bit of a struggle. Because once it gets sort of really dry, I mean they're nice and wet now, but once they get dry and you try and water them, the water just tends to fly straight through. Not too bad because there's a bit of manure mixed in this as well. This will all go on my raised beds at the plot. There'll probably be a few spuds that I find and filter it back into the tubs later on. One down. Try one of the smaller ones now. Obviously, they'll be grown in different angles. The small tubs are grown sort of across the garden that way, and the big tubs are grown along the garden. Sort of. Big tubs are kind of north-south facing. Well, I say some of the tops were just massive, so if there's any that were a bit later getting going and that, they will struggle to fit light. There's a few spuds on here, a few woodlice as well. Pull these out of here. Slug eggs. and a slug. You say you don't always necessarily get all your seed potatoes by here. I think there's a couple I sort of had to poke a hole and put one in. But I'm getting a few. Good enough for me anyway. I've got plenty of spuds to go at. I've started some of the Orla, but I've still got a load of the other ones. Just Orla are really good for chips and that. So we fair go through a few spuds in our house. Like a little meat clump, that. No bones. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's Jack making a right noise. Wherever he is. God knows what he's trying to say. Right, so I'll get on with the rest of these and we'll have a look once they're all done. Yeah, but I do like that size because they're alright for roasting that size. And the big, you know, like that, you got to kind of cut them in half or something, you know. They're alright for chips. Probably save some of these for seed potatoes, you know, in case I do want to grow a couple of pots next year. Because they don't need to be massive seed potatoes. You know, I've grown some of my biggest crops off real tiny ones. When you look at me, you think, not very big seed potato. Just needs a couple of sprouts on it to, once it's got roots in, it's away. Seems like ages ago I did these. 1st of April, March, end of March, something like that, I can't remember. Oh, you know, blight always comes in there. That's to spoil things a little bit. Oh, never mind. I think that's my lot. So I'm going to get this all cleared away and then I'll give them away. So the slugs eating the top on that. Not mind. Yeah, I'll get all this put back in tubs and out of the way and then get these weighed. And I can start the others then. We'll have a brief this. Right, I've pushed some compost down there just so I can leave a few pots empty just to weigh them in. So they're all empty, so I just need obviously something to put through that I can hook the scales on, otherwise they'll probably tip. So I was going to get a hoe handle. It should just go through. It's kind of weighing that now. And I can just sort of set my scales at 0. That'll do for that. Right, so just a case of loading the tubs up now. Just over half of what I like. Never mind. Just hope this doesn't break on there. £38. £38 that one. Flies. So this one. Just short of 39 in that. Right. Trying to do the maths now. That's £78, something like that nearly. 77, £78. I'd have liked £100 at least. So, not great, but you know, there's over a sack of spuds there, well over, so plenty of meals. As I say, I've got my Sarpo mirrors to do next. So we'll get on with them. Right, that's that job all done. Wasn't too bad, to be honest. They're a lot easier to cut off than the King Edwards. They're a lot more sturdier, the Sarpo mirrors, well, I find personally anyway. But the garden looks a lot bigger now with them out of the way. Right. Yeah, where do we start? I've got a tub that's split actually. It did have a little split in it, but it's really bust open with a potato hanging out of it. So, just grab this one and just see how we go. Big spuds anyway. Not too bad. Sweet potato. So it's absolutely mush size. And it's got a few splits on it. Oh, Jack's come to join me. This is the one with a split in the side. Pretty nosy. That tub's had it. Another one that's gone there. Oh, Jack, get off my head. Yeah, there. Oh, on, sit on my shoulder. Yeah, some peculiar shaped ones. Don't know what causes that. If it's erratic watering, that could be the case. It's a beast. I just wonder sometimes if like fertilisers can cause problems. No, but they sort of have the same. Jack's come for a dig as well. Yeah, I got a woodlouse. Worm there. Don't say this very often, do you? Potato reveal featuring a jackdaw. He's off. Right, last tub. It's a bit disappointing this really. But never mind. Hey Jack. Oh, you open out again. Come on. Hey, you got there. Whatever it is, he's nicking it. Yeah, another one's gone. Right, a few of these are gone manky. Real weird shapes. I say them beds, I don't know what them beds are like really. I've never had anything veg grown in them before. Been like flowers. I know when you do get a big downpour, it does sort of water does gather down that end of the garden. But they're not like soaking wet. The spud that's rotted. It's looking a bit like it might be a lot, I think. Oh well, get these weighed, I guess. They're a lot bigger. Split it up. The sun's out. The sky's looking a bit grim over there. Another storm. Not near there then. Right, get the hoe handle. There we go, let's see what we've got. That's £33. £9. That's £42. What were the others? 78, £110. It's not too bad, I guess. Oh well, £120. So, oh well, that's the potato reveals done for this year, apart from if I do some Christmas spuds. So, so I'm going to do the big carrot pull in a minute, so that'll be in another video. I'll probably do my stringing of garlic in that as well. So, from me and Jack, thanks for watching, take care, I'll see you next time. Bye.